If you live in an area of the world that experiences harsh winters, you know the struggles that come with them. The days are short, the temperatures are brutal, and the snow piles up faster than you can shovel it. But for those of us that have discovered the thrill of flying down a mountain at 50 miles an hour while strapped onto a piece of plywood, winter isn't a season to endure. It's one to celebrate. Snowboarding and skiing aren't just sports, they're a way of life. They represent freedom, adventure, and a deep connection to nature. However, this way of life is under threat, and if we don't act now, we risk losing it forever. My name is Zach. I've been an avid snowboarder for over 6 years, and I ride at least 30 times a season here in Salt Lake City, Utah. I'm deeply passionate about this sport, and today I want to talk to you about why we must protect it from the growing threats of climate change, corporate greed, and the loss of accessibility for future generations. Climate change is the single greatest threat to winter sports. Snowfall totals are declining, winters are getting shorter, and resorts are relying more and more on artificial snow just to stay open. Here in Salt Lake City, we've consistently fallen below our seasonal averages, and it's only getting worse. Across the globe, ski resorts are shutting down or drastically shortening their seasons due to unreliable snowfall. Some scientists predict that if current trends continue, many lower elevation resorts will cease to exist within the next few decades. This isn't a distant problem. It's happening right now. Rising temperatures mean that even when snowfall does occur, it's often heavier, wetter, and more difficult to ride. Powder days are becoming rarer, and ice patches are becoming way more common. Additionally, warming trends have led to more frequent and severe avalanche conditions, making backcountry riding increasingly dangerous. Many resorts have been forced to turn to artificial snow, but that comes with its own environmental impacts. Producing artificial snow requires vast amounts of water and energy, further contributing to the problem. We must take immediate action to address climate change if we want to preserve the future of snow sports. Supporting policies that reduce carbon emissions, advocating for clean energy initiatives, and reducing our own carbon footprint through transportation and lifestyle choices are critical steps. Organizations like Protect Our Winter, or POW, are leading the charge, uniting winter athletes and outdoor enthusiasts to push for policy changes that protect our environment. But they need our support. It's not enough to simply acknowledge the problem. We must act before our winters become unrecognizable. At the same time, corporate greed is eroding the very foundation of snow sports. Companies like Alterra Mountain Company and Vail Resorts have created a duopoly that prioritizes profits over people. Lift ticket prices have skyrocketed, with some single-day tickets exceeding over $250. Season passes, or once an affordable way for passionate riders to access the mountain, have become exorbitantly expensive, forcing many to abandon the sport altogether. The corporatization of ski resorts isn't just about costs, though. It's about control. These companies are buying up independent resorts and turning them into soulless, overcrowded amusement parks. Gone are the days of locally owned mountains that cater to the community that they're a part of. Instead, we have massive conglomerates squeezing every last dollar from skiers and snowboarders by cutting back on services, overcrowding the slopes, and prioritizing high-end, wealthy clientele. Independent businesses like small gear shops, locals instructors, and mom-and-pop lodges are struggling to survive as mega resorts dominate the landscape. Furthermore, the focus on profit has led to questionable environmental practices. Deforestation for resort expansion, excessive water use for artificial snow, and energy-intensive operations are all taking a toll on the environment. Rather than being stewards of the mountain, these corporations are exploiting them for short-term gain, leaving riders and the environment to bear the consequences. But there is hope. By supporting independent resorts, choosing local gear shops over big-name brands, and advocating for fair pricing in the industry, we can fight back. Organizations like Protect Our Winter and other grassroots movements are working to hold these corporations accountable, but they need widespread support to make a real impact. This isn't just about recreation. It's about protecting a culture, a community, and a way of life. Snow sports inspire innovation, athleticism, and a deep appreciation for the outdoors. They bring people together, forging friendships and memories that last a lifetime. But if we don't fight for them, we will watch them slip away, replaced by corporate greed and climate devastation. So what can we do? We need to advocate for policies that address climate change, support sustainability efforts in the industry, and hold corporations accountable for their impact on the sport. We need to support independent ski resorts, local gear shops, and brands that prioritize sustainability over profits. Most importantly, though, we need to educate others and inspire action before it's too late. Snowboarding and skiing have given me so much: freedom, joy, and a community that feels like my family. Now it's my turn to give back and protect the sport that I love. Winter isn't the enemy, it's a gift. So let's fight to preserve it, not just for ourselves, but for the generations who come after us. The mountains are calling. Let's make sure they're still there to answer.